I have an addiction, and that addiction is called Mycopunk. I've already dumped a good amount of time into the game, roughly 40 hours or so. Needless to say, I'm gonna be sticking around for the time being. So anyways, what are we doing here? As it turns out, there are some secrets to discover that the average player will more than likely just not notice at all. So in this video, I'm gonna help you discover the 3 major secrets of Mycopunk. Let's talk weapons. You'll be able to unlock the majority of the weapons in the game by leveling and purchasing them with materials. However, there are 2 additional weapons, one that is not listed, that can be unlocked for purchase. In order to get the Globber, you're going to need to start in the gravity farms. Do keep in mind these weapons require a hefty amount of materials to purchase them, Saxonite especially. Feel free to set it to the lowest difficulty so you can purely focus on the puzzle solving. Once you're in, feel free to drive around until you locate this garage-like structure with 3 light bulbs above it. Each bulb has a different color and represents a different lever you need to pull somewhere else on the map. Follow along on screen to get the red lever. To get to the blue switch, make a left and head towards the houses that are close to that big cylindrical silo thing. Keep an eye out for a large green house that is much more complex in shape. Finally, make a U-turn to head towards the yellow switch. Head towards the spire that is covered in gunk. With all the levers flipped, head back to the structure, pick up what's inside, and head back to the hub. Once you're back on the ship, head to your storage tab and find the transponder. Authenticate to find a new mission on the new Atlas map. It should be in the same gravity farms area with a radioactive icon. While this mission is short, it is pretty combat intensive. The lowest you can set the difficulty is threat 4, and there are no team revives. So, if you're gonna run this, come prepared. Ground Zero's unique mechanic is this giant purple safety bubble. It'll slowly move along, protecting you from the radiation damage just outside. All the while, enemies are constantly spawning. Thankfully, there is a progress bar on your screen to show how far along you are. Once the progress bar is at 100%, you can safely break into the rockets and get what you need. And with that, you have the vital resource you need to craft the Globber. As soon as you get back to the hub, of course. The next weapon will take much more time and many more materials to craft. Make sure you have at least 8 Saxonite on you before following the final step. First, you want to drop into Titan City and find this corner of the map with this building. Walk up to the terminal, and activate it. This will open a door that will lead to a huge jumping puzzle, with some enemy spawns here and there. Keep in mind that once you reach this part, you have infinite revives, so there's no sweat at all when it comes to dying. The path ahead is pretty straightforward, but feel free to follow me on screen in case you get lost.
You really shouldn't be here. This isn't in the mission parameters. Fine. You want to screw around down there? I don't care. I'm all cozy here with my sexy nose. Go play in the dirt if you want. Just don't track that shit back here.
Once you reach the second to last room, 2 abominations and a swarm of enemies will spawn. You must kill all of them to proceed. Then, at the far side of the room, there's this massive door you can open and receive your prize. A broken weapon frame and server room codes.
I'm sending the drop pod to get you.
From here, you should now gather all 4 weapon parts. The first of which can be found in the hub, with your newly acquired server access codes. Head to the top of the ship and access the terminal. The weapon part should be in the far side of the room. Next, you want to head to the desert and find this massive crashed ship. There are 2 ways to access this item. If you're going to try to go from the ground, you're going to want to go for the bottom left thruster. If you're going to climb to the ship, like most of you might, you're going to go to the bottom right thruster. Alright, head to the tundra and find this big silo building. You're going to do some climbing. It's in a weird spot, so you're going to do some weird parkour. The last part you need is in the farms. Prepare yourself to fly to a far corner of the map. You'll know when you're going in the right direction when you're going in the complete opposite direction of this set piece in the skybox. You know, the one with the ship being grabbed by a massive tentacle. If you don't know what I mean, just follow me on screen. Alright, final step. It's time to craft your new weapon. Like I mentioned before, you need a ton of materials, especially saxonite. Once you have purchased all the parts, you need to arrange these in a diamond shape in order to unlock the weapon. You do not need the player level 30 unlock to rotate upgrades to craft this weapon. First hint, by diamond shape, I mean something like this. Final result in 3, 2, 1. And with that, you have fully crafted the Carver. Alright, let's talk Cranius. Cranius is a secret boss that you can find in the tundra, right under this giant mushroom structure to the right of the massive silo building. The same building where you got the weapon part, by the way. The boss is not a pushover, so come prepared. Go beneath the fake grass and hit the terminal. From here, you'll enter an open field. Your objective is the tower on the other side. You have a long walk ahead of you, with a couple enemy spawns here and there. Be sure to take care of them before you climb the tower. Do keep in mind that you still have revives, even less than when you started the mission. Follow along on screen for the normies way up the tower. Once you reach the top, jump into the arena to start the encounter. This boss should be somewhat familiar, since it literally is just a big abomination, with legs that stab you, guns that shoot you. Ads will spawn in as you are fighting, so make sure to keep them at bay so you can focus on the boss. When the boss reaches half health, it will shield itself and start raining down exotic flavored bombs. Make sure to dodge these, and then head back in for more damage. Once the boss is defeated, it will drop a ton of loot. I mean like 5-6 pieces. Important note, you only get this much loot from Cranius once a week. I do believe this rotation is tied to the overtime assignment, so whenever that assignment resets, so does the encounter with Cranius. Alright, I guess that'll do it. Guide complete. Laters.